What's good, everyone? It's UturnCrobat here, and I am U-turning into you today with something a bit different. Now, I have gotten a lot of requests to show you guys how to make a video. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you how I make my videos. And I'm going to grab a few clips. Now, as you can see, I do have my capture card up and ready. And so, usually when you just have your capture card up, you can just hit record, and it's going to be, just going to be doing exactly it. It's just going to be recording stuff. And so I think I'm just going to be ending it here in a second, because we don't really need too much. We don't need too much, so we can just go ahead and just get rid of that. Now, we can go ahead and X that up, because it's going to be saving to the desktop, right there, as you can see right there. And so now, what you would usually want to do is, I already have Audacity recording my audio right now. But before you start recording, you would want to put Audacity up, and you would want to actually start recording, because that's your main source of audio. That's how you want to record your audio. Now, the capture card program that I used records my game audio, and if you use here, I'll show you one other program that I do use. My folders are such a mess. But if you do use a program called, where is it? Visual Boy. If you use a program called Visual Boy, you can go ahead and just pop that open. It's just a program, and you insert your ROMs and whatnot. But you would want to record that with XSplit. But as you can see right now, I'm already recording with XSplit, so I can't really show you guys how to really do that with Visual Boy. But I can try and tell you about it on Twitter or through Discord or anything like that. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open my video editor. So I do use Sony Vegas, and that is my main source. Now, in the past, I have used Camtasia. Camtasia was actually the first program that I started to use, and it suited me for what I needed it to do. And I just wanted to upgrade. And I've been using Sony Vegas for the longest time now. So it's been very, very useful, and as you see on my videos, I do have a webcam. So let's just go ahead and let's just open up my Logitech software, because I'm going to grab a small little clip of me talking. Usually what you would want to do is line everything up so the audio can kind of line up with your visual, and with webcam is what I mean. And so I'm going to do this right now, and just make a little recording. Just make a little webcam recording. Hi. And so usually you would want to just make sure your visual and your audio line up properly, but it may not do so, simply because I did in fact start my audio way before I started my my webcam video. So it's not going to be the greatest, but I'll just kind of show you what it'll look like. So now that you have Sony Vegas open, you want to go to the top left-hand corner right here, File, and you want to go to Import, Media, and you want to go to your desktop, and you want to find the files that you used. And so, like I mentioned, I can't really use Audacity for this project because I'm already using it. But what I will do is I will import my webcam video that I did take just now. And you want to go ahead and you want to grab your video, your gameplay that you took, because why wouldn't you want to show off your gameplay? That's what you want to do when you're gaming. And so I actually use a couple of different things. I know exactly where they are, but I'm weird. I'm kind of messy. So, I need to try and find my folder, because I have intros and everything, and so I need to try and find that. And where is it? Okay, so I have intros and all that type of stuff, and so that's what I use. So right now, we're just going to import, we're going to import the intro. And so now that that's in there, what you can do is you can bring in your, you want to go back to your intro, because what you want to do is very, very important. You want to click the top of the video, of the intro. You want to click the video part, because over here, where you see my cursor, it breaks it down to video, and then down here, it breaks it down to audio. So what you want to do is click up here because it's going to be affecting the visual, the video of the intro. So you want to right click and go to properties, and you want to loop maintain ASP and 403 sample. Now if you forget that, that's fine, but what that really does is it doesn't maintain the aspect ratio, so it's really hard for me to explain, but the way that I see it, it just makes the video larger so it doesn't give you the black bars on the side and everything like that. But now that that's over with, you can now see, this is what I was talking about right there, the black bars on the side. So you want to do the same thing with this video. You want to go to properties, loop, maintain ASP, and 403 sample. Because that's what I was talking about. It gets rid of the black bars right there. And if you want to do fancy stuff like adding, some cross effects and everything, you can go over here. Mine's kind of messed up. I need to figure out how to fix all this, but this over here will be a tab over here, if that makes sense. And I'm dumb. I don't really know how to bring all this back over there. But what you want to do is you want to go to this right here. I already forget what it's called. It's called, let me see. It's called, I'm not even sure what it's called. So I apologize about that. But you do want to go over here with all the effects. I'm just going to call it effects. With all the effects and everything. Because you want to have a slow fade. So I usually just use the default because that's just simple. And that's what I want it for. And you just want to put it at the beginning of this video. And so now that that is there, you have a slow fade. And usually right here, you see the audio. You know how I mentioned that it breaks it down to video and audio. Usually you would want to try separating all of these audios. So because right here, this is going to actually I will show you, because as you may not be able to hear, but right now you may not be able to hear me, and it's very, very bad audio. So in order to get rid of that, you want to right click, go to group, and click remove from, because you want to remove that bad audio, and you want to input your other audio, which would normally be your Audacity audio. But like I mentioned, I don't have Audacity audio at the time because I am currently using Audacity, but you would have Audacity audio. Now for here, my webcam picks up my audio as well. And so now that you have that, you can notice that it's big. It's actually overlapping your gameplay, and you don't want that. So to fix that, all you want to do is go to your video. You want there are two different ways. You can either A, go to this little box right here, the event pan crop, or you can just right click and go to you want to go to video event pan crop. And now that now let me actually go back to there we go, because you actually want to see it so you know what you're doing. But you see that it's overlapping. It's not good. So what I do is, now that you're here, you want to go to the far left, because you see this magnifying glass, and you want to go to your video over here, and you just want to keep right clicking until it's fairly small, because you want to be able to grab everything and work with it all. And so now that everything is just small, and you want to go back to the arrow. After clicking the magnifying glass, you want to click the arrow. And you want to see what you're doing, so I just bring it over to the side a little bit. And as you can see the corners of each video, or as you can see the corners of the video, when you drag it, see what it does? When you drag it, it makes it either bigger or smaller, depending on how you want it. And so obviously you want it small, you probably want it in the corner somewhere. So you can just go ahead and you can just kind of fix it up the way you want it. And as you can see, it's kind of getting cut off. So what I do, probably you shouldn't do, I'm sure there are different and easier ways, but this is how I do it. I do use a box as well in my battles and just anything like that. I do have a box, so it kind of helps me to kind of make it look all pretty. But over here, you just want to kind of just fix it up, just make it look squarish and just good. You know what I mean? You just want to make it look decent. You want to make it look good. And so that's not going to be perfect, but as you can see here, what happened to the video? Well, anyways, as you can see right here, see now that it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking like an actual video because you have your face cam in the corner there. You have your gameplay right there. And like I mentioned, usually you would be cutting off your audio from the webcam, and you would be cutting off any audio from XSplit. You shouldn't be recording your audio, your actual audio with XSplit anyways. But if on the slight chance that XSplit does pick up your audio, you want to make sure you want to cut that out because you don't want that. You want Audacity to record your audio, because Audacity is with Audacity you can actually fix up and touch up your audio and whatnot. And so I might have another tutorial on how to use Audacity because it's very, very important. It's very, very important to use Audacity when you are recording videos. Now, I have different video effects and everything for my gameplay and whatnot. Now, they're just presets, everything that a friend of mine helped me with a while ago, and I can't really tell you mine because, to be quite frank, I don't know mine. He just helped me with it. He just gave it to me, but I'm just going to show you what these prefixes kind of look like. With each preset, there are different rules you have to do to kind of make it look good. But I have these, and it's gonna make it look good. Now over here, as you can see that I'll start over with these 3 presets right here. What you want to do is just grab one and drop it. And now, in the preset box right there, you see where it says default. You just want to click the arrow and go to your preset. And see how it changes the visual? Well, gameplay, actually. And you want to go to saturation and do the same exact thing, because it's going to change the video. See right there? And I've been trying to stay away from this part, the sharpen tool. But in the past I have used it. As you can see right here, it does change the gameplay quite a bit, as you can see right there. And I've tried to stay away from that one, but it does give it a sharpened look, and it does look good. It does look good. Here, I'll kind of show you what it looks like when it's moving. Right here, I'll kind of show you. I'll show you what everything looks like. Right, actually, I'll just give you a quick rundown of what the whole video looks like. Because you want to see everything. So, here we go. So, you see how the video faded in a little bit. So, that was the fade that we gave the video earlier on, remember? And I wanted to show you what it looked like with the sharpened image and everything like that. But I don't think I'm really leaving anything out. But once you're done, let's add some music to this thing. Let's add some music to this thing. So, you want to go over here, because you want another layer, I guess you can call it. And you want to right click and insert video track, because you want to add some cool beats. So you want to go to File, Import. Now, I do have some music that I use from some YouTubers, and I do link their stuff in my description, but I usually use Mewmore, Camax, or GlitchX. I use a cloud named Klaus occasionally. He's a really cool guy. I'm gonna end up linking these people down in my description, but for something like this, I would use Mewmore just because it's just casual music. It's just casual music, and so I'm just gonna pick whatever song, And you usually would want to start the music right after your intro or whatever stops, and your videos and everything like that start. But as you can see right here, we have a long clip of music. So right here where it says gain, you want to go to the top, and you see this little blue thing right there, and it says gain. So you want to bring that down because it's just going to lower the music. You could do that, or you could just go over here and slide the volume down. But I usually just use the gain. The gain usually helps a lot. And right there, you can kind of hear some of the music. You might be able to, I'm not really sure. But see the difference between the volume? So I usually use the gain, and that's how I add my music. I just turn it down so you can slightly hear it, because you want to hear me more. So I just put the music in like that and just mess with the gain so you can slightly hear it. And you just want to be able to make sure you actually record a good length of video, because obviously I didn't. And so you just want to be able to see everything and just try lining everything up, because usually I would not be using my webcam audio. This right here, this audio that's attached to my webcam right here, I would not be using this. I would be using my Audacity audio instead. So please make sure that you grab Audacity. I will be linking Audacity in my description as well, because it is vitally important that you use Audacity. I've been using it for a while and I haven't been disappointed yet. But once you're done your video, and you think everything is all good, you feel like it's looking fresh as death. What am I saying? I don't even know. Anyways, moving on. So when you feel like everything's all done, you want to go to File. I'm not gonna render this, but you want to go to Render As. You hear everyone saying, "Oh, my rendering time sucks," or "My video is taking forever to render," or something like that. You hear the word render. So what that basically means, I don't really have a good description of what the word render means. It's just really, it's creating your video. It's putting everything together, and it's wrapping it up with a bow. And it's just presenting it to you as a video. It's putting everything together. It's gluing everything together for you. And so once you feel like everything is done, you can go to File, Render As, and it's going to bring you to this box. Now, you want to make sure that your video is going to be getting saved to your correct folder that you want. And so usually after I hit render, it'll just give me the option to open the folder of my area right there. It'll just give me the option to open that folder, so I can just do that. I'm not going to render it now, but after you render it, it's when everything is said and done, it will be saved to your desktop right around here or wherever. It will be saved. Now, I'm not going to go into a tutorial on Handbrake, but Handbrake is another tool and another program that you want to use, because Handbrake, it cuts in half the upload time. So because Sony Vegas has a huge render time, it's going to be a large file. So when you put it into Handbrake, it's going to cut all the extra stuff out. It's going to make sure that when you do in fact upload your video, it's not going to take like 5 hours. Depending on the length of the video, it may take about an hour and 20 minutes, depending on your Wi-Fi as well. But it's not going to be taking that long. I know with my last video, my update video, it took about an hour and 20 minutes, but that was because it was actually about 20 minutes. And so that's why it was taking such a long time. But if I didn't put it through Handbrake, it would have been about 5-ish hours. Maybe less, but the fact is that it would have taken a long time. And Handbrake is a great tool to use, because what you want to do is, I'm not going to do anything, but let's say this is your video. This is my webcam video, but let's say this is your video from Sony Vegas, and everything's all looking good, and everything's all good. So what you want to do is you want to grab this, and you want to put it into Handbrake. Handbrake, when it goes dark like that, is reading your video and everything, and I have presets and everything in Handbrake already. So in order to figure all that out, you can just easily Google how to use Handbrake or Handbrake Tools 2016 or whatever the case may be. You can just do that. And once your video is in here, and you'll see that your video is in here because it will go from gray back to color. And you can just hit start, and down here it will just show the handbrake process and everything. So I feel like I did go through a lot regarding how to make a video. If I didn't, please let me know what I forgot, because this is how I make videos. I have an intro, I have my audio, I have my webcam, I have my my game audio. So I basically have 3 files that I work with. Depending on what kind of gameplay I am doing, I'll have either 3 files or 4 files. So I do mess with those files, but the files that I do keep separated from everything are my Audacity, my Audacity file, and my Audacity file, my webcam file, and my gameplay file are all separate. Now, you want to be able to mess with each file separately. As you can see right here, I'm not suggesting you do this, but because my webcam file is separated from everything else, I can easily mess with the color and all that hubbub. Here, I'll show you. As you can see right here, see how the color kind of changes? That's why you do not want to set everything up in XSplit and record everything at once from XSplit. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to do that, because once you record everything as a set in XSplit, when you import it into Sony Vegas, instead of changing just the webcam color, you will in fact be changing the color of everything, because XSplit records everything as a package. Everything comes together, everything is already glued together. So you do not want to record everything at once with XSplit. You in fact want to record everything separately with your Logitech webcam software, with your Audacity, with your Visual Boy, with your XSplit, you know what I mean? Because XSplit you can use to record your Visual Boy. XSplit you can use to record some game image, not images, but some game video that you want to record. So just please make sure you do not, I learned the hard way when I first started out, but you do not want to, what's the word, use XSplit to record everything at once. You do not want to do that. But I think I went through a lot of stuff. If, like I mentioned earlier on, if I left something out, something really important, and you guys really want to know, then please just let me know, and I'll make sure I do another tutorial on it. But for right now, I think I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and learned something new, and I'll catch all of you all on the flip side. Bye, guys.